Greetings and salutations, my artsy friends. How is everyone today? Good, I hope. Are you ready to, I thought today we could put some cards together that we've created with my mom art printable. So I'll just kind of show you my process. You know, you don't have to do anything I do. I'm just saying, this is what I do. Okay. Hey, Keels and Carmen and Debbie and Barbara and Nancy. How fun. I'm so glad. Oh, hey, Kim. Shelly, are you new here? I think so. So, if you are new here, please follow me at Corbiere-Scott Designs on Facebook and Corbiere-Scott Designs on Instagram. And then ask to join my private Facebook group, Let's Get Artsy with Corbiere-Scott. Please leave your, hi Sarah. Please leave your email so that I can keep you up on the hats. Hi Paula. Hi Aunt Mer. Hi Mary. Okay, so, hey Kim, is it just you or is it you and Maddie? Is she back at school? Is Peoria back at school or is she online? What's the story? Anyway. Well, Barbara, I'm so glad you made it on time today. So, so I have some of my, oh, and please know that you can purchase my art printables at Corbiere-Scott Designs, my website. I put a link in this. Hey, Rebecca, how are you? How are things in Indiana today? All right, so, here's what I thought we would do. So I have some printables that I've painted during some of our other lives. And so I thought that I would show you how I put those together as a card and what I use and, you know, all that jazz. Let's see if that's of interest to you. And if we have time, I brought another art printable that I could paint. So, the first thing I wanted to talk about is that I like a, hey Kathy Upchurch, how are you? Oh my goodness. The first thing I wanted to talk to you about is, oh, well, I'm glad that you're getting a little alone time. So you're kind of having your school too. So what I did was I make a card base out of, I found this, well, Lauren is actually the one who found it and passed it on to me. This cardstock is, it's called Accent. I got it on Amazon. It's pretty thick. Like, next time I wouldn't get this thick, I don't think. This is 120 pounds, so it's pretty substantial. And I will say that I make sure that I crease, that I score first before I press down with my bone folder so I avoid cracking. So that's the first thing I do. I cut out card bases, and when I do this, I kind of do a whole bunch at the same time because I don't want to be bothered by doing that every single time. You know what I mean? And then I die cut these 3 pieces. So these 2, I used this amazing die cut, a slimline die cut. So Trinity Stamps was one of the first ones. They came out with slimlines kind of they were the leaders of the pack. They got them out before everybody else. And I thought I really, Hey, Charmaine. Charmaine and I have a little secret that's going to go live next week. So, anyway, they were one of the first ones that came out with slimline dies. And theirs are, I'm just going to tell you, Trinity has a quality product. I don't get paid to say this. I'm just telling you from my own personal experience. I love their dies. So I got the stitch one, and I don't remember what the other one was. But the stitch one I use a lot because it's just going to add a little extra. Do you see just the little extra oomph it gives? So I did that for the base and my artwork. So it's going to cut your artwork down just a little bit, but that's okay. And then for this one, come on, how cute is this? Lucinda turned me on to this cool company called Cat Scrappiness. And this is a pretty new one, and now I don't remember it, but it's kind of like pinking sheared on the edges. Isn't that cool? So I just really like the idea of, oh, I still have paint on here from some other little something I was doing this morning, of just adding that little bit. And I must say, I have to give credit where credit is due. Lucinda is the one who talked me into playing with dies. Because at first I was like, meh, I can't be bothered. So I'm just going to take, but now I totally see their merit, and I love them because I feel like they just take your cards to the next level, you know? So I'm going to take my card base and I'm going to stick this first one down. I didn't know if you guys would want to watch me do this whole process or just have me talk about it. So today you're going to watch me, and then next time you can say, nah, you can just tell us what to do or show us what you do. So I like to line up from this side, from the fold side, and then down. And then if I have a little lip, that's all right. Then I'm going to do my black. Let's see, I can't see your comments. Hi, Bev Beach. How are you today? It's so hot and humid here in Arizona that even when you're inside of your house, you feel hot and humid. But all it takes is like going to your mailbox and holy tamale, it's so hot. Okay, so now let's line that up. Well, that's as good as it's going to get because I let the tape, well, that's not bad. And now we're going to do the artwork. And then I'll kind of show you what I do after this. You know, I got this rash on my arm, and so I went to the doctor, and she gave me some cream to put on it, so I don't really have like, in our family we call it bibobia. I don't really have this disease, but anyway, she gave me this cream, and then she gave me prednisone. Can I tell you, it's making me a little shaky and weird. So if I look shaky and weird, it's not because I'm, you know, I'm having some kind of fit or something. It's just that weird drug they gave me. Okay, so here's my painted card. And then I pulled out an array of my doodads from High Supply and my Gina K glue, which I love because it's just thick enough that it adds a little something something. I have my white gel pen. I have my Dr. Martens. So, a couple of things I like to do. I'm not hungry. I tried to eat before, before I came on here. It's just so hot and gross. It's just so hot and gross. Oh, and when you have allergies and it's hot, oh, Rebecca, that's so miserable. So I like to do these kinds of things last. So if I'm gonna do anything else on here, like if I wanted to splatter on here, or if I wanted to do some dots, paint dots or whatever, I want to do that before I do. This is going to be last because you're kind of having to do it. Hi, Catherine Daly. You're going to do this like the very last thing. So I did. Oh, another thing I wanted to tell you is I took the sentiment and I just painted with pink paint across it, and I just set that aside to dry, and then I can cut it out and it will coordinate. Shut up! How cute is that? Okay, so let me take another drink. So I'm feeling like I kind of like the clean feel of this one, but I am feeling like maybe a little bit. Hi, Sherry. Be sure to, I think you're new here, aren't you, Sherry? If you are, be sure to ask to join the Ann Corbiere-Scott Designs private Facebook group, and be sure to leave your email. So I'm going to, so I just mixed up a little, I don't know if you can see what I'm doing there. I'm just going to mix up a little white, or excuse me, black, and then I'm going to come in with the end of my paintbrush, and I'm just going to add a few more dots, some big, some small. I think that just adds a little more dimension and almost like a finish. Do you know what I mean? I just kind of like to do it randomly around the artwork. It's not making me eat at all. It's making me just so well. And the other thing is, she also gave me this antihistamine thing because the itching was waking me up in the night. So she gave me this antihistamine that knocks me out. But then seriously, I feel like I could sleep all day. It's the craziest thing. Like, I have lots to do. It's just weird. So you see, I'm just like, there's really no rhyme or reason to how I'm doing this. Just kind of how I feel like. Hi, Renee. And you know what, oh gosh, Rebecca, it's so dang hot here. It's hard to want to eat anything except cold things. Although I did make Jeff go to the store and get me some Jell-O pudding. You know, the ready-made ones that you just eat out of the little cup. I told him it would make me feel better, and I'd be nicer if he got me something tasty like that. And he did it. Come on. All right, so I'm kind of digging that. And do you see how that little bit more black is just black and white are gonna make your colors pop in a different sort of way, right? So I'm digging that. I know it was, and I was so grateful. Okay, so now I'm thinking let's do a little bit of white with our Dr. Martens, or you know what? Since we always use Dr. P.H. Martens, we could use our white gel pen today. So we could even do like that inside of some of the pink circles, the cherry. But this, I'm doing pretty random too. Do you know what I mean? I don't want any like rhyme or reason, although I'm feeling like in these little blue kind of dots, I feel like that's gonna make them pop a little more. I think all of these little extra things are just going to take your card from just a card to a full-blown artsy card. And that's what I like to send. If you don't like to send that, that's fine. I'm just showing you what I like to do. Oops. I know, I think that little bit of black and white just really adds a little something, something. Okay, so I feel like that, well, we'll let that dry a little bit and we'll cut this. And I'm just gonna cut it with a scissor. So it's just gonna be pretty, whoops, freeform. But I kind of really like that painterly end. So I'm kind of wondering if Bev, you would have gotten a email. You would have gotten an email last Friday. So make sure you check your spam and just check your emails and see if there's one. It would be from Corbiere-Scott. All right, so make sure we open that way. So I'm feeling like I want to kind of do it up here, but I'm feeling like let's pop it with some pop dots. That would be cute. So what's new and happening? Oh, so we did go for a ride on Sunday, or Saturday, excuse me. We went up north and it was lovely. We went to, hi Darlene. Are you new here, Darlene? Kath, are you not on my email list? I thought you were. Are you not getting emails from me? I will say you need to open my emails because MailChimp is the email distributor that I use, and they will pop you off the list, and then you're gonna have to request to become a subscriber, which is kind of more complicated, but I think we can figure it out. But anyway, if you don't open 5 emails, it's gonna kick you off. Okay, Darlene. So, number 1, how'd you hear about me? Number 2, be sure to follow and like me at Corbiere-Scott Designs on Facebook and on Instagram, and then ask to join Let's Get Artsy with Corbiere-Scott, which is my Facebook group. And then go to my website, Corbiere-ScottDesigns.com, to purchase my art printables. And that's what so on Saturdays, we do a little art study, and then we do an artist study. We do so we do a little art theory, a color theory, a little art history, a little sorry, I'm getting all into my design. Oh, look at that. Yikes. There we go. Okay, so on Saturdays we do art journaling and we do an artist study. And that's, all of my classes are only an hour long. They're all free so far. I will be doing some paid classes in the future, but those aren't right now. So now I'm just adding some of these high supply black saucers, because I just think they just add a little something something extra. Right. I kind of want the medium size one, yeah. There. So I think that is pretty darn cute. What do you think? And that just takes that art printable to the next level, I think. Charmaine, look at you inviting your friends. Anyway, so that Saturday is when I do the art journaling artist study class, and that's at noon Arizona time. On Tuesdays and Thursdays, I do a paint-along, pop-in paint-along party at 2 o'clock Arizona time. And that's where we either do some watercolor technique, or any kind of medium actually, with my art printables. So we like paint them together or color them together or whatever. And then today we're putting them together as cards. And remember, if you purchase 4 or more of my art printables, I will send you a card, and it will probably have a little something something inside. Okay, so here is the next one we're going to work on, and it is on watercolor paper. We just did this the other day. Remember, we did monochromatic. So we did some watercolor, and then we did some colored pencil work over top of that. So I'm feeling like I want to splatter this. I also did the watercolor wash over the sentiment Heidi Ho on this one. Oh, Darlene, that's so nice. Thank you so much. All right, so we're gonna make some black, a little bit watery black. Can you see what I'm doing there? No, I just liked it. My mom does not say Heidi Ho. But she is super loved, and that's the other sentiment that's on here. I just liked it. All right, so there we go. So we're just gonna let that dry, because that little bit of black, again, is just going to take it up a notch, right? And while we're waiting for that to dry, we'll put together this card base. So this card base, I did the same thing where I did the card base out of, well, I think it might have come from Tim the Toolman Taylor's neighbor. Anyway, so I did my card base out of the white cardstock, and then I wanted to do tone on tone, and I thought this would be cool because it would really make that watercolor pop, because it is, do you see that? Come on, how gorgeous is that? So we're like putting a custom mat on here. So for the first one, I'm going to do the stitched background from Trinity. So I'm going to put that down. First. So we could line up from the front this time if we wanted. So we see that we have like a little tiny white. Shut up, look how pretty that is. I love that. Okay, now we're gonna do the zigzag one from Cat Scrappiness. I just love that. I just love that it has a, just gives you that extra little level of interest. Okay, I'll set that down here. Right? And do you see that? It just looks almost embossed. I just love that. Okay, now we're going to take the watercolored piece that we splattered. Oh, it's not dry all the way. So, hi Denise. Are you new here? I don't recognize your name, but welcome. If you are brand new here, be sure to follow me at Corbiere-Scott Designs right here on Facebook and on Instagram, and then ask to join our private Facebook group, Let's Get Artsy with Corbiere-Scott. And you'll leave me your email address, and then I can send emails to kind of keep you guys abreast of like what we're working on next, what supplies you might need for the next class. And then for the Tuesday and Thursday classes, we are using my art printables, which are available for purchase at Corbiere-ScottDesigns.com. So today we are working with the Mom art printable. So we're doing 3 different cards that I had previously painted on another Facebook Live class. All of these classes are free, Denise. I just ask that you leave me your email address and support my shop if you can. Okay, this one. Oh, we could do like this. So here's a quick way to cut a banner. So you're going to just snip right up the center and then go from this corner to this corner. And then this corner to this corner. And that's just going to add a little cuteness. All right. So now, I believe this is dry. So we'll put some tape on the back side of this. We're going to adhere that right to the center of that zigzag. Kind of dig that. There we go. Ta-da! Okay, so now we have to decide, are we going to do Heidi Ho here, here? Oh, I kind of like it like way off the edge like that. That's kind of cool. Here, that's kind of cool. Here. Kind of like that. So we could pop it again. So what's going on? Oh, so we went on a ride. No, there is not extra postage on slimlines, as long as they're flat. Mine sometimes are a little bit extra because I put a little bit extra stuff on it. But not much. Not much. There. I'm loving that. Okay, so for this one, I could use these same little saucers that I used on the first one. Or I have these little clay black and white hearts. So let's see. Or I have these clear droplets. Those are kind of cool, but I feel like I really want to play up the black and the white with the pink. Hi, Debbie Garcia. Let's see. There shouldn't be extra postage on the slim lens because it's a business size envelope. So let's see what these look like on here. I'm kind of digging that. What do you think? I don't want to use the white because I think the white, because this is watercolor paper, I feel like we want to, and it's a little bit creamy, so I feel like we want to not have them competing with each other. We could go back in with some Dr. P.H. Martin's. That might be pretty. What do you think? I kind of like those black hearts. Is everyone in agreement? Hi, Mary Christine. How are you today? And you know, Keels, I just think Heidi Ho is just like such a friendly way of saying hello. I'm just always looking for new and interesting ways of saying hello. Oh, my hands feel so shaky. But I will say, I did sleep great last night. I just, I woke up so groggy. Ugh. Didn't like that feeling at all. You know what? I think I'm going to put one right here. Well, thanks, Bev. You can do it too. Super easy. Super, super easy. There. I'm kind of digging that. But I'm feeling like maybe we could do a little bit of Dr. P.H. Martin. So let's get some on our paintbrush. I just like to tap it into the lid. And then I'm just gonna come in and just every now and again do a little white. I like to kind of do it like the lighter touch you have. I feel like the more organic but controlled your dots become. And I like to vary the sizes. I just like to not have any, and I really like putting it on the darkest areas because then I know it's really gonna pop. I like to put it in the center of these little random circles. That's kind of cool. There. I feel like that's pretty good. All right. Ooh, look how cute it looks. I really like it. Some lucky duck's gonna get this in the mail this week. No, Mary Christine, it is called Dr. P.H. Martin's Bleed Proof White, and the reason that I love it is because it is literally bleed proof. It's not going to, those white dots are going to stay white. They're not going to absorb the pink underneath. So it is a good investment. All right, so let's set this one aside. We have one last card. And it is this one that we did with my new, remember I told you that I had gotten these new rainbow, it's called Rainbow Dreams. She's another small business. Her name escapes me. Here's her information. Watercolors by Myrta, maybe. She's on, her email is myrtasbujo, like bullet journal, at gmail.com. She's on Instagram. She's just, her stuff is so, her paints are beautiful and creamy. And I'm telling you, every time I order something from her, look at, it comes with this. Come on, how beautiful is that? It's so pretty. Okay, so for this one, I painted it with, I had gotten some other paints from her too. Lavender Fields, I believe, is the other, I got a dot card from her called Lavender Fields, and another dot card called Beach Days. And dot cards are a cool way if you're looking at trying out some handmade watercolors. Dot cards are a cool way to try them out, because so they're about between $6 and $10, but you're going to get a decent idea of the quality of their paint, their color range, their depth of color, the spreadability of their paint. You're going to get all of that. So when I painted this, I used all three of these. I used both of these dot cards, and then I also used my new rainbow set. So for this, I just painted this orange with the orange that's in here that is named Fiery Orange. She has great names for all of her colors, and her handwriting is so beautiful. All right, so for this one, I really wanted to play on the shimmery, but not go overboard, because this paint is already pretty shimmery, you know. I'm feeling like, do I want to splatter it? I feel like it could use some black, certainly. And the black is, the black would be non-mica, right? So I'm gonna mix up some more black. Can you see that? And then I'm just gonna flick with the end of my brush. And I like that you can't control it. You can't decide to put a dot here or a dot there. It's just going to be random and organic, and I think it's going to look the best if it's random and organic. So we're going to let this so we're going to set this one aside again, and then we're going to cut out this sentiment. I don't know, maybe this one. Kind of do a little bit bigger. I don't know. Let's see. Nah, I'll cut it down, I think. Well, hi, Ann Maybe. How are you today? Are you staying cool? Are you staying inside and staying cool, I hope? It's so crazy hot. So, Bev, what do you love? Oh, I'm really liking that. Okay, so now we're going to do the same thing that we did on the last card. We're going to take a card base, set that aside, and then we're going to add tape on the back of both of these. And I'm using score tape. You know, I am usually a Xyron girl, but I'm using score tape today. It's just easier on camera, I think, to use this. I should have used my Mega Runner though. I love that thing. I'll use that next time. Alright, so now remember we're going to adhere this stitched background first. So pretty. And then the zigzag edge. Hi Angela, how are you? I think, were you here on Saturday or maybe last Thursday? I hope that you have joined our private Facebook group or asked to join. 2 are on watercolor paper, Bev. These 2 are on watercolor paper, and this one is on plain white cardstock. This white cardstock, probably the same stuff that I made the card base out of. Angela, I hope that you will be sure to ask to join our Facebook group, and ooh, I almost lost my paint. Where am I? Oh. And follow me on Facebook and Instagram and Corbiere-Scott Designs. All right, let's see what's there. Ta-da! Now, I smudged here, so this is going here. I think that we can pop this one too. Why not? And then let's think about, oh, does anybody else see the splots that I made? Well, well, well. Looks like we're gonna have to do some strategic doodad adding or some white dots. Don't ever feel like it's over. It's not. A good card maker worth their salt can correct any kind of splattering fraction. Hey Jennifer, how are you? Okay, so what do you think of these on here? Is that overkill? I don't think the clay hearts would really work on this one. I feel like it would be too distracting, but I feel like the black saucers, that might be kind of a cool addition. And they just have lots of static electricity, so they tend to stick to you. Oh, thanks, Barb. That makes me happy. A few more. Let's see. I really like those little teeny tiny ones. I feel like they really, well, I wonder what white, let's just try white and see what happens. Does it look too stark? I don't know. I feel like it needs some white, but not this white. Or it needs to be all these little whites. See, because I'm really liking that on there. Oh, so we went up north and we went to a farm that I love to go to. So we went maybe 2 hours north. And I like to go to this one farm because they always have really pretty zinnias and fresh produce. So, of course, there were no bouquets there to buy, and that made me sad. But I did get some amazing heirloom tomatoes and some cucumbers that, oh my golly, they're so good. And we got some salsa. And then we were getting hungry. We were driving around and we ended up in Prescott, which is kind of a town. So we ended up getting Chick-fil-A and eating it in a parking lot. But all in all, it was a fabulous day. That's for sure. Okay, so what do you think? Do you think this white is too much? Or do you think it's okay? How's it look on camera? Black dots do fix everything. Oh, are you Wednesday already? Are you Wednesday already, Jennifer? We are Tuesday. I feel like the white adds a little something. What do you guys think? But I really like the little ones. I think that's kind of the key, are the little teeny ones. I don't know. I'm gonna just start putting the black ones down. I see something is stuck to my thumb. I kind of like it too, Nance. I think that it's, it just kind of helped it along, don't you think? I feel like, and these are things that like you guys can do with any of your art printables. It's just gonna take it to the next level and make it much more artsy than just the painted piece, which, you know, I think the painted piece is so, but I feel like I just like to do those little extra. Did I stick that down already? No. Yes, I did, and now I'm redoing it. Honest to Pete. Almost done. Okay, what do you think? I'm kind of digging it. Hi, Vanessa. How are you? Yes, it is a slimline. It is a slimline. So I die cut 3 different slimlines from the mom. So I printed the mom art printable 3 times, and I die cut the artwork, the slimline artwork, with this slimline die. It has a stitched edge, and it's by Trinity Stamps, and they're fabulous because I feel like that just adds, and I did that with all 3 cards. All 3 cards are die cut with the Trinity stitched rectangle slimline die, all 3. And then all 3 cards also have a secondary die cut with this zigzag edge by slimline die by Cat Scrappiness, another fabulous company. And then the base, the big one that's down first, was also done with the Trinity stitched rectangle slimline die, the biggest one. So I am loving them. I hope you guys are too. I feel like it really, and I'm so happy that they're done and ready for me to send out in the mail. Because, you know, there's nothing, don't you just find like you just paint a bunch of stuff, but maybe you don't turn them into cards? Maybe we need to just get together once every now and again and make cards together. Gather up all of our printables that we've painted together, and then create cards with them, and then send them out. You know, that makes somebody so happy to receive something handmade in the mail. And I will just tell you, I'm having a blast writing out thank you notes and sending out handmade cards to all of you who have purchased at least 4 of my art printables. It just makes me so happy. I will be interested, Jennifer, to see how long it takes my card to get to you in Australia. That would be interesting to see just how long, you know, the mail takes now. Anyway, let's see. Oh, Darlene, thank you. So you're probably on the list. If not, so Nancy, I think, should have gotten some mail from me. I'm looking at everybody's names. I just, you know what, it just makes, I know how much I love getting cards in the mail. So I just want to pass that on to somebody else. And I just feel like that's a lost art, isn't it? To getting a handwritten note from someone. Does anybody have any other questions or things they want to talk about? I think there's just this little bit of artsy play that kind of oh, look at that from my Pop-Tarts. That just adding these extra little steps, it's just gonna highlight. Isn't it one of life's pleasure? You are right, Jennifer. I love getting mail. I love sending mail, and I love getting mail. Oh, the other thing I wanted to talk to you about today was envelopes before I sign off. So, because we're doing slimlines today, I'll just show you the slimlines. So I went to my local scrapbook store, Scraps of Love, and they had, look at this. Look at all of these colors of slimline envelopes they have. So they have a couple of different varieties of policy envelopes. That's the one that has the flap at the end. That's kind of fun, and how much fun would it be to letter on the front of that? And then I got ivory, black, red, green, light pink, blue. Shut up with this blue. Come on, so pretty. So I got all of those colors from my local scrapbook store, like I said, Scraps of Love. They are on Facebook and Instagram, or if you're local, you can go there and pick some up. I bought one of every color of envelopes that they have. So Debbie, this is also Debbie's local. So I use Northwoods watercolor paper, which is thin, like it's 90 pound or less. And so it still has the properties of watercolor, but it's thinner. And Scraps of Love has it in full supply. I was just there the other day and they had quite a few packages. So you're gonna need to cut it down to 8.5 by 11 because it is larger than that. But buy Keels, but just know that it should run through your inkjet printer. If you have a laser printer, it will absolutely take it. And the difference with a laser printer and an inkjet printer is a laser printer is not going to, once you print that, it's not going to move if you use water-based products on it. An inkjet printer probably, is it still frozen, you guys? Oh no. Is my hand there? A LaserJet printer is your best bet, but if you don't have a LaserJet printer, you could take your art printable to Kinko's with your cut down Northwoods watercolor and run it through their machine, like their self-service machine. I did a video earlier on here on my Corbiere-Scott Designs page on Facebook of the process that I go through when I go to Kinko's, but I have a laser printer now at home. But if you have an inkjet printer, you can run the Northwoods through your inkjet printer and then heat set it. So you can heat set it a couple of different ways. You can turn it over, so put a paper towel and then put your art printable copy side down on top of the paper towel, and then put another paper towel and then run your iron over the back of it. Or you can heat set it with your heat gun really well. Sometimes you can heat set it and then set it aside and like maybe until the next day, and then you should be able to paint with water-based products. There you go. There you go. You're all set then. You're all set. Hi Marjorie, how are you? I'm going to give one last shout to new people. If you are here, please follow me at Corbiere-Scott Designs on Facebook. Excuse me, and on Instagram at Corbiere-Scott Designs. Then ask to join my private Facebook group, Let's Get Artsy with Corbiere-Scott. And there are going to be 3 questions. The most important one is for you to answer. The most important one for you to answer is, please leave me your email address. That's super important so that we can stay in touch and I can keep you abreast of what's happening in the world of Corbiere-Scott Designs, because we have new and fun things happening all the time. My art printables are available for purchase at Corbiere-ScottDesigns.com. There's a link within this video just above it. So with that, I am going to say thank you all very much. I appreciate every little bit of your support of me and my small business. And until Thursday, go get artsy. Make something fun. Thursday we're gonna do some painting on the Mom Art Printable. And then who knows? Who knows? I have 2 days to come up with some other fun, funky thing for us to do together. So bring your art printables and we'll paint along, and then we'll have a stack to create more cards with and mail more cards. So be on the lookout mailbox for some happy mail from me if you have bought 4 or more art printables. Thank you very much. I adore you all, and I'll see you on Thursday. Bye. Hey, Kim. Thanks, Jennifer. Happy Wednesday to you. Bye.